It's not a competition. Kind of crazy how we as a people seem so committed to calamity comparisons, a competition of woes. What measure do we meet for miseries? Say, you've got a toothache? Can't be half as bad as my headache. Arrhythmia? Is that worse than asthma? COVID? Thank God it's not cancer. Oh, but nothing beats kidney stones. Well, I remember a time when... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can we decide to lay aside the pride of having the right to have the worst case scenario in light of the simple truth that each of us truly has a particular cross to carry? Type crazy how we as a people seem so committed to calamity comparisons, a competition of woes. Only those with autoimmune distress know all about cells attacking themselves. Those who enjoy blessed restorative rest know not of an insomniac's struggles, and there aren't enough words to express to the whole the purport of post-traumatic stress troubles. Yet, dare we judge. We set the stage to build a case that someone else's complaints are void. We prosecute the wounded we don't deem valid, bring in witnesses to testify that it could be ever so much worse. Gather a jury of skeptics, critics, and gossips, cue the press, the nosy know-it-alls, and then collectively issue the verdict, guilty of unsubstantiated imaginary ills, thereby sentencing the defendant to an extended experience of unacknowledged anguish. Feelings diminished. Court dismissed. Wow. Kind of crazy how we as a people seem so committed to calamity comparisons, a competition of woes. We have heard of the patience of Job. Job. Job, who lost all but his life in a day. Job, of whom man had much to say. Children killed, broken heart, robbed, betrayed, oozing warts. Where'd he bleed most, inside or out? Broken and battered is battered and broken, whether one bears the bruises, black and blue badges and visuals of pain, or shields within the invisible veiled insulting rain. Sheesh. Kind of crazy how we as a people seem so committed to calamity comparisons, a competition of woes. Not every soldier has wounds where you see them. Doesn't make them now any less honorable. Not every sorrow sheds tears where you see them. Doesn't make them now any less notable. My trials and scars may differ from yours, but you know how they say about that renamed rose still being a rose? Yeah, the same thing rings true of its thorns. So it's crazy how we as a people get into calamity comparisons, a competition of woes. The struggle is real, y'all. Be kind to others. It's paramount, imperative, the nuclear gem of the golden rule. And then that great commandment? What part of love thy neighbor translated to this misbegotten habit? Since when did suffering become a competitive sport? Are we kids on the playground examining scabs to outdo or impress one another, waving the banner of bigger and better, the self-proclaimed experts of life? If you have nothing nice to say, right, don't say anything at all. If what you have to say makes light of what someone else is going through, again, don't say anything at all. No one's here to hear how your problems will make the other parties look like a picnic. Spare us, please. It's real life out there, and this is not a drill. It's just so crazy how we as a people seem so set on calamity comparisons, a competition of woes. Every single one of us has issues, no two ways about it. The burden you carry may look nothing like mine, but only he who bears the load really knows its true weight. It's the contrast between a breadcrumb to an ant versus a bird. We are called, nonetheless, to bear each other's burdens, support the suffering, uphold the weak, commanded no less to show mercy like Christ and compassion to all who endure. Christ drew to himself weary, pressed, burdened laborers, speaking nothing of what he would soon face. Solidarily stood with the outcasts and lost, then finally died in our place. Sounds so crazy that we as a people even start with calamity comparisons, that competition of woes. Can we normalize being supportive without one-upping somebody's pain? Can we realize that each person we meet fights a battle of which we know zilch? Can we sympathize with another in their moment, recognizing that each of us truly has a unique cross to carry? It was Simon helping Jesus with his cross, Aaron and Hur upholding Moses' arms. The friend who silently sits and listens, the trusted soul who walks alongside, the sister who grieves with the bereaved, the one who lends strength for the test. Today it's you, tomorrow it's me. Such is the nature of this fallen world. It's not a competition, and someday it will be my turn. That's just the way it is. And when the tables are turned in my day of despair, I won't want to hear that at least my sprained ankle is not a pinched nerve, or that one type of abuse can't equate to another. So I refuse to pour salt in a wound, inflict the afflicted, and add insult to any injury. God never breaks the one whose fibers are crushed within, nor snuffs out a flame beginning to dim. Yet we hurt the hurt, kick a man when he's down, prod him with stiff insensitivity. Time for us as a people to move away from calamity comparisons, that callous competition of woes. Have a care, would you? Show concern for your brother. It's not a competition.